Boom, 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 boom. Hey.
You are now about to witness
Knicks real talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand, his hands on going hard like calluses. Who style just aiming at your mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. Read the script, you know we get it like crypto in the rip though. I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt. The KRT trip club leading up the tip off. We fuel by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Prior to Knicks going to the wire. Get the entire game summary in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, Korea popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange blue skies. In Metropolitan, we connect in a vest go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms of fast and fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks shit assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Yo, salute everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's going on? Knicks Real Talk, Divine Shot Power, the pregame show. Knicks Bulls. The big payback is in effect, ladies and gentlemen. We in the building, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody where you're streaming in from. Salute to everybody, man. Knicks Real Talk. We in here. Shot Power to my brother. What's popping?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Salute to the fam in the chat. We got Dave Smith in the building. Nostalgic Brian was popping. Jermaine, JR, my brother was good, man. Good to see you. Real talk, man. Double D was popping as well. Salute to everybody, man. Hope y'all having a great Sunday. Right? Sunday, yeah. It's a great Sunday. Y'all ready to get here, get it popping with us, man. Doug Fresh is in the building. Shoot Doug Fresh. Shot Power, they're coming off a loss the other night. Got to find a little bit of get back in this thing, man. You know, we had to play the opposite game when we played the first four games. The first four games, our defense was pretty good, and our offense needed to catch up a little bit. But the other game, our defense played terrible, and our offense played well. To make a long story short, that game was all about defense, ladies and gentlemen, the other day, man.
Right.
So, you know, we scored 125 points, but you can't give up 135. I know that much. I don't care who you are, you know what I mean? So we took an L the other day, Shot Power, with 3-game loss in a row on the road. We come back to the garden for some home cooking, so we got to try to reestablish ourselves, find our identity again, and get back to the basics. You know what I mean? And that's what we're gonna do, man. I'm really looking forward to a bounce back game today, man. So what's going on with you? How you doing, my bro?
Everything crispy clean, you know what I mean? So everything, I mean, you know, the Knicks, we had a good game the other day, you know what I mean? Aside from the defense, like you said. The offense was pretty okay. I think we shot around 40% from the 3-point land, almost 50% from the field. You know, I think we were a little off. I know we missed a couple of 3-pointers. I mean, a couple of free throws. I don't know how many we missed, but I think I seen about 3 or 4 misses at least. So I don't remember the discrepancy from the thing, but I know we wasn't hitting as many as we were making. So, and long story short, defense was bad. You know what I mean? It wasn't jump out the window, we got to trade everybody, oh my gosh, because of what this is. As we said in the beginning of the year, there's going to be a rebuilding team. On paper, remember we always said that on paper we're going to have the Knicks still winning 60 games. And if they came out and did certain things, but they still have to gel. So, and it still is possible. This is only, I mean, it's not like we are 42 games into it, and we're under 500 team right now. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? And usually in years past, we usually first 10 games or so, we're usually about a 500 team anyway. Let's be realistic. We usually about 510. Last year and the year before last, another year before that, we was always around 500. I think only team that I can remember that we were a little more above, a little bit ahead of ourselves was the Fournier team, and we ended up having that team. What was it, 37 wins or something like that, 37 and 48 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. So, we just got to get back to the defense, and we have to learn this guy's defense because it still looks like sometimes they revert back to a drop coverage. The first couple of games when we played, I talked about this quasi like switching and stuff like that. They haven't done it the last two games. There's been more going over the screens, going around the screens, going through screens now, not like they were doing the first couple of games. So let's see if they get, like you said, Devon, home cooking. Let's see if they get back in the garden, and let's get our revenge tonight. You know what I mean, let's give these guys a loss. And for the naysayers, who knows what's going to happen? Like me and Devon talked about in the background, we lost all these games, 3-game losing streak on the West Coast. We haven't won a away game yet or nothing like that. Well, what if we come in the garden and just win these next 7? So let's stop jumping out the window so quick, man. Couple of games in, let's figure it out. Now we see what we have. Let's see how how Mike Brown is going to figure this team out now. Now he has to reconstruct these 8-man rotations that we see different every day now. You know what I mean? Now let's see if he gets more consistent with the lineups and stuff like that so we can bring it home more often.
Yeah. I definitely get the sentiment from the Knicks fans, man, how they feel that we have high expectations for this team this year. So I do understand how a lot of the fans are feeling about the losses and everything like that. But ladies and gentlemen, it's real early in the season. I mean, like I said, you can lose 3 games today and win 7 tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I'm not too concerned, but let me make no mistake about this here. The last game, literally, and I mean this sincerely, if you watch the game or you check the box score, that game had nothing to do with offense. Right. The New York Knicks shot 49% from the floor, 40 from downtown. Mm-hmm. Had nothing to do with offense. Nothing. They gave up 135 points. I don't care who you are in the NBA. You give up 135 points, 10 out of 10, you're going to lose that game unless you scored 136. Bottom line, it's nothing to even talk about offense the last game. Nothing. Literally. We have 4 dudes and 20 points. 4 guys with 20 points. Not 2.
And not little 20 points either.
Right.
Not little 20 points, not like 20.
If you score 125 points and the league average is probably like what? 117, 115, whatever the case may be. But you gave up 35 points in one quarter, 37 in another, 35 in another. Can't do that. I don't care who you are.
Defense, baby.
Yeah. This was literally, to me, a defense basketball game where the Knicks wasn't able to keep up. I think you talked about it here. Let me put up there to make a long story short. Defense went missing against the Bulls' pace. The Knicks got outpaced it. Josh Giddey and Ayo Dosunmu and all the guys, they just was out. They were pacing us, man. They was pacing the Knicks, for real. That's why their numbers was 53.6 field goals, 45, almost 46 from downtown, ladies and gentlemen. That's defense. You know what I mean? Y'all letting Josh Giddey act like he Jalen Brunson out there. You know what I mean? Y'all letting Vucevic act like he Big Cat out there. When it should have been the other way around. It happens, though. But still, we scored what they scored. It's that they scored more. Because our defense gave up more. And that's really what it boils down to me, man. Just that this particular game, not all the other games. Now, we couldn't have a conversation about the offense the prior first 4 games. We was kind of iffy on the offense. But not this last game, though. Now, maybe the first 4 games, you can say that our offense haven't caught up to itself yet. But not the Bull game. I'm just talking specifically about the Bull game. That was 135 points, ladies and gentlemen. For real. They gave up 72 points in the first half. Usually you don't get that until the end of the third quarter, damn near sometime, or middle of the third quarter. They had 72 points in the first half. Point blank, game over, story over, Shot Powers. Defense wasn't fast enough for them guys the other day. The young boys was running around there, up and down the pace. and just scoring. You know what I mean? And what can you do? You got to take that one on the chin and hopefully be better today.
Yeah, that is pretty much it, Divine. We just we gave them a lot. I mean, we're talking about our percentages. I looked at their percentages. I don't know them exactly, but they were 40-something% from 3-point land.
45,
yeah, right. Exactly. They were 50-something% from the field goal percentage. You know what I mean? So that's what did us in. You know what I mean? They just outscored us. You know what I mean? And you got to think about this too, man. Remember, as we said this year, Knicks used to be with were the hunters. Now they're the most hunted. It's a fact, man. Remember these guys that we used to play when we were beating up on them and stuff like that. The sumo, remember the sumo? Remember the move Jalen Brunson did on him last year? He pointed to him, the sumo looked that way, and he flew by him, did the layup, all that stuff. He remember that.
But that wasn't him, though.
Huh?
That wasn't the sumo. That was Keon Ellis from Sacramento.
That was Keon Ellis?
Yeah, from Sacramento when he looked the other way and Jalen Brunson bounced.
Oh, I thought that was the dude with the dreadlocks. I'm sorry. Take that back.
Keon Ellis got dreadlocks too, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was the same dude because he was playing like he played hard against Jalen Brunson, and I thought that was him. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that.
No, you good. Yeah, man. But overall, Shot Power, they just stunk it up on the offense side, on the defense side of the ball, man. So I can't say nothing else about that. But let's see how they bounce back tonight, Shot Power. They got to go in there, got some home cooking in the building. They're gonna be in the garden. It's gonna be lit up in there. And they got a chance to redeem themselves, Shot Power. This is the big payback tonight. You know what I mean? So we just gotta hope that and really what I'm excited about is this here. Anunoby 26 points the other day. Carl Anthony Towns 22 points the other day. Bridges 23 points the other day. And Brunson 29 points the other day. And them guys and Carl Anthony Towns had the highest plus minus at 7, and Anunoby has 6. He still had double with 10 rebounds. But I think what a lot of had to do with that was the pace of the game. So let's see how it goes, man. Let's see if they redeem themselves tonight. But other than that, we just got to get back to our defensive principle for one game. Prior to the first 4 games, we was only 110 a game, which was 5th in association. But that, like I said, that game the other day, they just got away from us, man. And like I said, sometimes ain't no place like home, like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz said. So let's see if they can get some home cooking tonight. Go in there, get it popping, bounce back. Hope the offense have another good outburst like it had the other day. But make sure our defense is on point, Shot Power. And I think with our defense being on point tonight, we definitely get Chicago to business today.
Yeah, we definitely have to. We have to try to regain our defense, and I believe that comes with a good group of guys that start to get on the string. We've been playing a lot of players now, so let's see how he's gonna pull it all together. I mean, get these 7-8 solid guys back in here. If Mitchell Robinson's gonna, one of the big things we're looking for, maybe a little bit more minutes for Mitchell Robinson, and everybody's playing good basketball. You know what I mean? They just, they're scoring basketball. You know what I mean? It's the defense right now. At least last game it was. Mm-hmm. It's the defense. You know what I mean? So we come out here and we shut these guys down. You know what I mean? We know that we can score 125 points, and we know that they can score. Now it's at the Garden. Let's hope that we can get some better shots, get some better defense to stop these guys from driving down the lane like they were doing last game. That hurt us a lot. You know what I mean? Their percentages and the field goal percentages, pass, shoot, pass, nowhere to shoot, drive the ball to the hole. So let's try to contain them with the drive to the hole. You know what I mean? They shot phenomenal with 3-point land. Not saying that they won't do it again, but there's a chance that that they don't shoot the 3-point shot like that this game, and stop them driving to the basket, makes them shoot more 3-point shots. Hopefully they can miss more than they make tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, salute to the chat, man. John McDonald, Mr. Tito's was popping, my man. Nick Yak was good. Salute to the chat. Appreciate y'all coming in. What I did like about the other game, though, at least them guys had the fight in them to get back in that game. They got that thing down to 2 points, man. I'm like, they got it down to 2 with their offer. They clamped down on the defense because they came out in that third quarter. They had Chicago Bulls in a donut for a minute, but they couldn't sustain it pretty much going into the fourth quarter. They got it down to 2. It was right there. And like I said, then I think the pace, the Chicago Bulls pace kind of got them back up to where they a little bit more lead. But they kept fighting and scratching, man. And that's what you want to see. No matter if you're having a bad night, like the New York Knicks had a bad defense night, but you also got to give them their flowers for knowing that we ain't out of this game. We ain't never out of a game. You know what I mean? And they sure to prove that. And I got to give them their credit. I mean, y'all getting blown out for the most part. And then you found a way to respond and get it back down to 2. They just could not get over that hump. Maybe the energy that they exhausted trying to get back in the game couldn't carry them over the game. Because they probably exerted a lot of energy on the defense in the second half trying to catch up to these guys in the third quarter. And I think that might have played a significant role in them not being able to sustain and catch up to them. But overall, I was happy with the percentages our team shot that game. Like I said, they shot 40% from downtown, which prior to the prior game they was missing there. I thought they did a good job there overall. So we got to kind of take it for what it's worth. 40% from downtown, and they shot a 49.5 from the floor. So I'll take that any night on the offense side of the ball. I definitely know that our staple need to be defense first, like Mike Brown said in the press conference. You can't let cats do it to you, man. You got to defend the ball. You just got to defend the ball. That's the basic principle of what Knicks do. That's what Tom Thibodeau did for all the years. They defended the ball, and I think they just got to get back to that. For that one game. So anyway, it is what it is. We lost the game. We move on to the next. I'm excited about the one that's coming up today, man. Listen, they in the Garden, 7:00, as you see right there, game day. I'm going to go in there and with our fan base, our home cooking and everything, and just do what we do. I'm looking for a nice turnaround tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So just make sure that we go out there and play some Knicks basketball tonight, leave everything on the floor, and it is what it is. And we'll deal with everything else after that. But shout out, other than that, no reason to jump off the bridge for 5 games. Like I said, I do get the sentiment how fans feel because they Knicks fan, they love their team. So they probably want them to win every 82 games like we do. But unfortunately, that's not the reality. Knicks lost 31 games last year, ladies and gentlemen. So don't think they ain't going to lose no 20 games this year. So these losses don't bother me like it might bother other people because it's too early. They lost 31 games last year. So we still got to lose 28 more games or 20, whatever, to catch that mark. But I do get it, though. I understand the sentiment, so I'm not mad at our fan base for wanting Knicks to win these games and all that because we got a lot of high expectations this year. And I get it, but I'm not even worried about this team. When the smoke clears and the dust settles, Knicks will be up there in the top of the higher echelon in the NBA for us coming standing wise. You could book that. Y'all heard today, November the 2nd on Knicks Real Talk. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I know this team good. They didn't lose their skills over the summer. Same starting dudes, same guy they had last year. We got teams who had high expectations too. And look at their record in the NBA. Same thing. A lot of other teams. It's basketball. But watch this here. Watch when we got this homestand. We wind up going like 6-1 or 7-0. Then all these reactions would be different. You know what I mean? But it's a new system. It's a new system. It's a same team, couple of new players. But we got to see Jordan Clarkson get hot. We got to see Yabusele get hot. We got to see these guys formulate like Josh Hart. Josh Hart just got back in the fold, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't get to play most of the preseason because he got injured. And that's important. He got injured. You know what I mean? The man, he got to get his rhythm back. Mitch came back. He had 11 rebounds the other day. That was decent. Deuce McBride missed a couple of games because of whatever he went through. And them was important ball players. You know what I mean? They 3 of them dudes right there. We lost 3 rotation players, and all of them is above average defenders. But damn, boy, they didn't do above average last night though. The other night, I was like, Knicks was getting cooked like it was at a barbecue, bro. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried in the game because I knew the second half would be different. It's a tale of 2 halves. But what I was worried about was the way they were just letting them cats get buckets.
That's the fact. It wasn't as much as them winning the game. It was how they won the game. You know what I mean? I mean, if you lose, of course, and you want it to be a better, more competitive game, and it was a competitive game, but they just out. Our defense made them look like they were really good offensively. Our defense made them look like they were so good. You know what I mean? and they are still unbeaten. So I mean, not saying that they're not that good, but that's what I'm saying. And I mean, let's see if we can change, because this is what we call a revenge game. We just lost this thing. We back at home. Let's see what we can do. You know what I mean? We got to get this thing done early, and let's give them their first loss of the year. So, oh yeah, you beat us at your home, but you came back over here and we beat y'all. Plus, they in the East too. You know what I mean? They in the East too. We don't want to go down two zip to them. You know what I mean? They in the East too. So we don't want to go down 2-0 and win-loss ratio for the East. So I mean, that could end up bad going down the line. They win one more and get the advantage, and they creep up to third or fourth position with a lead against us. But anyway, yeah, let's get out there and win tonight. I think they'll have a different way of thinking about playing basketball tonight, and we may see a couple of different players in there tonight. I mean, let's see what happens.
Yeah, yo, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming to Latoria. Latoria was good. Salute to you, Jay Choden. Salute. Queen Darlene was good. Wolverine 96. Walter White is in the building. Salute to Jay Haas is in the building, man. Slimmer was good. Salute to you as well. Salute to everybody, man. Like I said, I get it. I do get the sentiment. I understand how everybody's feeling because of the expectations. Long season, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Mike Brown didn't forget how to coach over the summer. Knicks player didn't forget how to play basketball over the summer, ladies and gentlemen. Big Cat, Jalen Brunson, all NBA. And like these cats is good, man. And Anunoby, look at Mikal having a phenomenal season right now. See, these losses is kind of overshadowing. Like, especially I want to point him out. He is having a very good season so far, coming off the rip, shooting the ball well, playing defense. Mikal is really doing it, you know what I mean? So salute to him. Brunson picking up where he left off. He doing it. Big Cat doing it. Even when he don't have an explosion on the offense that night, he grabbing double-digit rebounds since, even he playing on a sore quad, shot power, and he not making no excuse. He going out there doing the best he can. He rebounding the hell out the basketball. He was a +7 the other day. Shot there 6 for 14, which is not bad. And Anunoby 10 for 13. Mikal 9 for 14. Jalen Brunson 12 for 25. So like I said the other day, offense was not an issue in New York the other day. You know what I mean? And they just didn't play ball on the defense side of the ball, which is important because, like I said, if defense win championship, offense win games. If you score 135, the other team score 136, don't mean nothing. I don't care how many buckets you got. You know what I mean? And the Grays I often played the other day 125 points. It don't mean shit because they gave up 135.
Fact.
Period. Don't even matter. You know what I mean? But we know what they're capable of, and hopefully they can go in there to Garden tonight and they're home cooking with their fans, knowing that they gave away some games in the last 3 on the road. They just got to get that road dominant. But I'm not worried about that, man. These cats been doing this shit for years. Even though I know a lot of us might be kind of down on Coach Brown, I can't judge that man in 5 games, ladies and gentlemen. This man, 2-time NBA Coach of the Year. I mean, he won over 300, 400 games. Whatever, got a winning percentage down there, 600 something, higher than Tibbs winning percentage. Got to give these cats time, man. It's 5 games. I mean, now get me wrong. Come back to me in 15 games and the Knicks is under 500. We can have a conversation. You know what I mean? But I ain't even jumping off the bandwagon now. I ain't worried about these guys. They'll be all right. They pro basketball players. They win tonight, they be at 500. They beat Washington tomorrow at the Garden. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a back-to-back, too. Don't forget, tomorrow they play Washington. And Washington got a scrappy. I like watching a little team over there with the mix of veterans they got. So let's say they win the next 3 games or 4 games. They got a 7-game homestand. They got a lot of cooking going on here, Shot Power. They got a chance to redeem it, so they just got to get back at it. And I think they come out with a different sense of urgency tonight. I think this team will be on it. I guarantee you that they won't do what they did to the New York Knicks in Chicago the other night. I could guarantee you that. They ain't doing that, Shot Power. So I think Knicks can come out there with a sense of urgency tonight and go out there and make it happen tonight, man. So I'm really looking forward to a good game. And we'll see how it goes. But listen, let's get into the starting lineup and all that stuff. Then we get back at it, open up the panel, and we'll talk about the schedule and all that stuff, man. It's Divine, Shot, Real Talk. Super y'all guys, man. Appreciate y'all coming in, ladies and gents. Make sure you have that button for your brother. Here go the starting lineups and injury report for the night. Then we get back at it, man. Salute. Salute everybody back in the building. Shop House. On a quick note, right before the game the other day, we were shooting 33% from the 3-point line, so it ticked up like a point something on the 3-point side of the ball. We were shooting 40% from the floor prior to that game. It creeped up a couple of percentage points because they had a good offensive display the other day. But so their theirs creeped up too because we didn't have a good defense number. Theirs jumped up to 40%, and their field goal percentage went up like from 48 to 50 because our defense did give up a lot of points the other day. But overall, our offense did come around. And I think as the game go on, they go higher. I think the Knicks will get up to 37, 38% when it's all said and done. And I think they will get up to 47, 50 points around the field goal percentage in the 2-point area overall. So I think we still got a way to go, but I was optimistic about the way they brought the numbers up a little bit because it's a game at a time. Let's see if we can get them up a little bit more today with some home court cooking, with some good net shooting and all that good stuff. But overall, they stats just got to creep back up and get over what we think it was going to be, which is roughly around 37, 38% from downtown, and roughly like close to 50% for the floor.
Yeah, those are the areas that we're lacking in right now, and it's early. And once we get more play together, I think these numbers will go up tremendously. Like you just said, and the 3-point shooting just from last game already went up, and the field goal percentage already from last game have went up. So if we keep doing things like we did last game, but defending the basketball, slowing the other team down. I thought the Knicks could be averaging around 118 points per game this year. So I think the offense is not a problem for the New York Knicks. To getting to know the second unit, to get that cohesion is going to be a way to play how it has to play out, because let's see when he's going to bring in Clarkson. Let's see when he's going to bring in Yabusele and stuff like that. And or Haka Purdy and stuff like that. Tyler Kohler actually on the low has been playing pretty good basketball. Since he didn't get traded and stuff like that. So let's see. We haven't seen Pacone yet. We haven't seen Muhammad yet. So maybe there may be some changes in the lineups to see something happen or something like that. But overall, I think the percentages and the way we play defense has got to be a key now. So let's see if Mitchell Robinson gets more than 20 minutes tonight. Let's see if he gets more closer to 25 minutes, 27 minutes tonight. Maybe he can help a little bit more on the defensive end to, have our guys spread out a little better towards the 3-point land to defend a little better tonight.
Yeah. On a quick note, ladies and gentlemen, Mitchell Robinson is starting tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But it's really about resting his ankle, his injury. It's not about his stamina. It's not about none of that. He's on a back-to-back, and we know that ankle might not, let's say if it's not where it need to be. Now, he might sit out tomorrow. I thought he would sit out tonight, but he's a go in the starting lineup tonight. But they probably rest him tomorrow because it's a back-to-back. Definitely they rest him tomorrow, but he's playing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But you got to. I don't have a problem with Mitchell Robinson. Bring him back gradually, man. If he ain't ready, he ain't ready. If you feel like he need more time, give him more time. Shit, he missed 65 games last year, so what the hell? It ain't gonna make no difference if he missed 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 this year, whatever. But it's more about the ankle preservation. He's a big dude. He jumps up, down. He's an athletic big man. Mitchell Robinson stays in the air sometime and coming back down on that ankle all the time. It's gonna bother. It's gonna disrupt him a little bit. Not making excuses for him, but he'll be okay. One thing I just want to piggyback what y'all said about Tyler Kohler. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Kohler hasn't played good since the second game of the season. If you notice, he didn't even play in the last couple of games. And I noticed that on the road against Miami, Tyler Kohler was MIA. Against the Milwaukee, he was MIA. Last night, he was MIA. Like I said, it's a difference when you playing on the road and you playing against stellar competition and you don't got that energy from the crowd. Hopefully tonight, he get back at it at home. We need Tyler Kohler to do what he do. We need these guys.
We've been filling the minutes.
Right. We need all of them to be at their best. Tyler Coley, Clarkston, Yabusele, Mitch, the whole damn team need to be at their best. This is a team thing. It's not even about one player. It's about a whole collective team effort to go out there and play basketball for 48 minutes, handle your motherfucking business, and get a W. I don't give a fuck who play. If James Dolan grandkids play tonight, motherfuckers better get it. I'm serious. You know what I mean? This is a team sport. One man don't win a basketball game. One man don't lose one. Like I said, our defense need to be better than it was the other night, and I think it will be. These guys got pride too. They understand their craft. They professional ball players. They know how they get down. I mean, like I said, Knicks this ain't nothing new to them. They lost 3 games in a row last year. They still went to the Eastern Conference Finals. What the hell that got to do with anything? You know, it ain't about how they lost 3 games in a row right now. Knicks might go on a 7-game winning streak. Still might pull off. It's not even about all that. They got to get acclimated to the way Mike Brown. They got to get used to his voice, his style of play, how he want to coach. They got to buy in, and once they start buying in and getting familiar with his system, it'll get better. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really worried about it now. Like I said earlier, if it's 20 games into the season and they fucking up the joint, then we're gonna have a problem. But I'm not worried about that shit right now. Trust me, this ain't the first time Knicks went 3 and 4 at the beginning of the season. It ain't gonna be the last time. So you can put Giannis and everybody else on the team still can go 3 or 4. I mean, you got a lot of teams in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen, that's supposed to be the creme de la creme is under 500 right now. But that mean they're gonna stay there. But I just think that we got to be patient with this thing and let this thing formulate. And, like I said, Mike Brown wasn't on the sideline for the Knicks last year. These cats, that wasn't a voice that them dudes would listen to like they listen to Tip's voice. They listen to a different voice this year, a whole different style of play, a whole everything. So, you know, they not going to get it one night. You know what I mean? It's not going to get it all in one night. They just got to wait and let it click out. Because, like I said, I'm not worried about Josh Hart, none of them, dude. I'm not worried about. They're all professionals, man. These guys are professionals, and they know what they do. They know what they do. They'll be all right. You know, we just have to see, man. Hopefully, they get it popping. Shot Powers, because we're gonna really need them tonight, man. We can't allow the Chicago Bulls to do what they did Friday for sure from a defense standpoint.
Yeah, that's a fact. You watch, if you watch the games, you see that Mike Brown, all the coaches are up on certain plays. He is talking to all the coaches about certain things. You see certain coaches going to certain players to talk to them about certain things, not just Mike, right? Not just Brown. So this is different than last year. You know what I mean? You see the coaches up with Mike Brown saying stuff, you know what I mean? Coaching with him. So let's see what happens, man. I think to get in to know all of this nuance. And I mean, it's not the offense. It is not the offense. It is definitely the defense. And once we can slow it down and get to know what we're doing on defense, you know what I mean? If we're gonna go back to that like zone like defense that we were doing like the first couple of games and stuff like that. Let's see if we can get back to that easier, more switchable type defense. Let's see if we can get back to that a little bit more, because it looks like we've been playing more one-on-one, in my opinion, one-on-one defense down the line. So more team defense can help tonight. You know what I mean? We're doing great in everything else. We rebounded the basketball well. You know, free throws. We've been missing a couple of free throws from some guys that usually put it down, but I don't know what our average is right now. I'm not sure if we are 80%, but it is the 80. What we at free throws, Devon?
For the season?
Yeah.
1 second. I think we were found that we was around the 80s. The last time I checked, we was in the 80s. So let me
all right, that's cool then. So we're doing a lot of the right things. It's more so now about the defense and these new guys that buy it into the system. You know what I mean? This 8-man rotation that we'll used to see from Tom Thibodeau. Let's see what Brown, as he breaks it down, gets down to that core guys that we can see them getting about, you know, on an average about 30 minutes or so for those 8 players, and you know the other guys filling whatever minutes left of that. What is it, 200 or something minutes or something in the game?
Yeah, real talk. Salute to Sherman for that. Sherman, Knicks are ranked 11 in defense. Sherman got out there and he got us 19 in the offense, and that's right. We were ranked 5th in defense offense last year. Excuse me if I'm right. Yeah. So I think it's a long way to go. And our defense actually last year they get better to the second half of the season when Mitchell got back. You know what I mean? Our defense was trying to triple. Like, what's the hell with Tom Thibodeau defense in the first half of the season? But in the second half of the season, we turned around. Defense got better. hoping we get all these categories turned around, and we be better at what we do. And we start really getting locked in, man. Now let's see how it goes tonight, man. But let me open up the panel, bring Jay Cholder in the building. Jay is in the building. Jay Cholder, what's good, my man? What's popping?
What's popping, my brothers? How we doing? Salute.
Good, my man.
Happy Nick Sunday to yous. To all of yous out there. The sky ain't falling. Don't need no umbrella. Don't need to worry. It's only 5 games. It's a newish team mixed with an older, a core team. New coach. I mean, really, honestly, are the Bulls 5-0 team? Are they gonna go 20-0? Like to me, I think this is all like the league has gotten way more parity. There's way more teams that have evened up themselves. Mm-hmm. Right? There's still a couple of teams that are out there tanking and doing what they're doing, trying to build teams and getting rid of some of their players. But a lot of teams have amped up. It's not just like the Knicks got better, or everybody working on it. So I think it's a get back game tonight. I think it's a revenge game tonight.
Right.
I think that a lot of things that Mike Brown says on this thing that look, we're scoring, and up until that day, we were holding them to 110 at an average at 110. So we were on average at like 118. I think we were, like you said, 118. We got 125. They got 135. So it was a shoot. It was a run and gun game. It was just a run and gun game. And I think because we allowed it to be that way and it got away from us in the beginning, I agree with you 1,000% that when you're chasing it, we don't always do 20-point comebacks like we did 2 games in a row last year. Mm-hmm. But we almost did. So gotta give them some grace. They are human beings. Give them some grace. I really think one last thing though. I really would love to see Clarkson get going. I really like to see Jordan Clarkson get implemented in a way where he could get going, because I believe that the moment that he drops, I don't know, let's say 14 points. Let's say, just something good, and he hears the roar of the crowd for him, I think that's the moment he'll start rolling. Maybe that's tonight. But we also, last thing, we got a 6'9" young man out there, 6'9". We're missing kind of that backup 6'9", 6'10" dude that could run. He's there. We should use him. Coley played well, but you're right. There are different. Look, maybe they'll play tonight. You need your best of your best when you're trying to win games, man. And it's only 5 games. Talk to us at 20. Let me ask a question. Would you take 13-7?
Of course.
Right. 14-6. I'd even take 12-8 to start the season and run from there. It doesn't really matter about that. It's not how you really start, it's how you finish, right? So that's
I'll definitely take that. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take anything on for 100 right now until they get comfortable in the system. But let's make one thing understanding. I get every Knicks fan out there. You guys have a right. You have a right to feel the way you want to feel. I get it. This team got high expectations. If you think they suck, then they suck, which is fine. You have a right to feel that way. I'm just saying, give it a little time. You know what I mean? Because see, the reason why I say that, because 7 games from now, if the Knicks win 7 games in a row, then what we're gonna say then? Oh, this team going to the finals. See, losing brings out the worst in everybody. Then we start. But when you winning cures everything. Right now, I get it though, because the Knicks are losing brings out the worst in anybody. I don't care what sport is in, what way of life you in, what you're doing. If you're losing in your life, your shit sucks. It's gonna bring out the worst in you. If you're winning in life, it's gonna bring out the best in you. Period. So I do get it why the fans feel the way they feel right now. We lost 3 games in a row on the road. Team, we got our expectations is through the roof with this team. So I understand why everybody, feel the way they feel. But when the smoke clears and the dust settles, this is a long season. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Pretty much is what it boiled down to. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Long they finish up in that higher echelon, get to the finals, and that's what it all mattered to me. I'm not even wavering with my expectation. If the New York Knicks don't get to the finals, it's a bust. It's a
agreed.
Bust.
Fully.
It's
fully
a bust.
Agreed.
I'm keeping it $150 up in here. If the New York Knicks don't get to the Eastern Conference Final, not the Eastern Conference Finals, the NBA Finals, to me, that's my personal view. It's a bust season. Period.
No doubt.
So I got a long time even to worry about that. You know what I mean? I got a long time to worry about that. But right now, we're not playing basketball on the other side of the ball. The past game, our defense did not come to play the way they played the first 4 games of the season. We was giving up 108, 104,
right,
112. But they gave up 135 points the other night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get it twisted. They gave up in the first game, probably 104, whatever. They gave up 135 points. That is unacceptable from a defense standpoint. But you know what? You don't bring your A game that night, Sean Powers. You know how it go. You don't bring your A game that night, and the other team bring their A game, they gonna bust your ass. Period. That's just the way it goes. That's the way it goes. And you know what? We could not keep up with them boys' pace the other day.
That's it.
They ran the ball down our throats the other night. Ran it down our throats.
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. I mean, as good as we shot, those 40% and almost 50%, the Bulls shot. You seen the numbers? It ain't hard to see where we lost that. And I mean, we gave up a lot of points. They shot almost 40% from the 3-point. I mean, they shot 40% from the 3-point line and 50% from the field goal. I mean, they pass, shoot, pass, can't get enough to drive to the hole. And they were making it to the hole. We have to contain them, drive it to the hole, and play better spray out defense on the 3-point line. I mean, in my opinion. But that's all it is. I think this is almost like a playoff game. The first game they got this one. Let's see what happens tonight. You know what I mean? I want the Knicks to win tonight. I think the Knicks are going to win tonight just because of losing the first game to this team. You know what I mean? We do not want to go later in the. We got to play these guys at least two more times after tonight. And this is the Euro League or whatever that league they call it now. The Emirates Cup thing, you know what I mean? So it should be nice and pretty in the Garden tonight. Let's win on the Garden floor with that new globe thing that they put on the floor and look nice tonight, and get back to our defensive ways and stuff like that. Need this one tonight.
Yeah. That's the Emirates Cup trophy they put on the floor.
Emirates Cup. I couldn't remember what the name.
Yeah, but listen, real quick. Let's look at it like this here. I think this is the these things right here is to me is real important, ladies and gentlemen. The next 7 games, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Chicago Bulls tonight at home. Home cooking for the Knicks next 7 game at home. Let's get it. We got Washington tomorrow. We got Minnesota. We got Brooklyn. We got Memphis. We got the Orlando Magic, who considered to be one of the top teams in the league this year. They under 500 as well, just like we are, a couple of teams. And then obviously we got the last game. We got a rematch game on the 7-game homestand against the Miami Heat. So these gonna be some winnable games. Hopefully we can get Chicago tonight. Hopefully we get 1 game at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, just gonna put a prediction out there. Hopefully we can beat the Washington Wizards. We got Julius Randle and coming to town. Then we got the Brooklyn Nets. You got Memphis, Orlando, and Miami. Them all winnable games. So next thing you know, we win 7 games, win 7 on game. Next thing you know, hopefully we wind up being 11-4. Then we back to what we thought we was gonna be. If we go 15-5, we still on pace for a 60-game season. That's why I said we can't panic too much. But let's hope that we got some home cooking and we be dominant on our home court here. So far, we've been dominant on our home court 2-0. It's only 5 games though, but we've been terrible on the road. And the past season, we were pretty good on the road last year. We had a good road record last year, but we started out the gate this year 0-3, and that's not good. So let's hope that this schedule can turn in our favor. We get some home cooking popping off Jay told that we win some games, man, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Listen, I think number one, there's a lot of expectation for this team. All right. So when there's a lot of expectations on your team, you expect them to have what the Bulls have right now as far as records go, because they picked us like everybody picked us to be one or two. So when you have that type of expectation, and then you have the new coach and you have the new people, look, I'm not throwing excuses out there. No matter what, we got to do what we got to do to win these games. I know people want us to go out there because we have a better team and just whoop on people. This is the NBA. I'm happy with a 2-point victory as much as I'm happy with a 22-point victory. As long as we play the sound game and all the stuff like Shah was saying with good pace, hitting a certain percentage of this, and and we're doing that. It's not like we didn't even do that. Last game we scored 125 points. We just didn't get it on defense. And the funny thing is that's what we were doing the best part. We're actually not getting to the offensive part that we're supposed to be getting to, and we did in that loss. So now what we do now is go back. It went back, write it down, put it down, and say, okay, let's go back to that defensive way we got, plus get this 125 points. Now you do something like that, and top 5 in both categories, and that's the recipe to win. And again, it's 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Even if we lose one out of the next, what you put up there, it's still that many games with only one more loss. So I mean, just like Divine said earlier, man. Look, no one's ever gonna go 82-0 unless you're playing 2K. And if you're not playing 2K, all right, this is a good team. It's a good team, and not only that, we have a great front office. So the team is being watched heavily. They're being coached heavily, and they're going to be play accordingly. Let them glue, let them gel, and let's see what happens. I really believe in this team. I really do. So what we're seeing is just the beginning. Every team got a little bit better. Some teams got a little bit worse, but every team, we are just fine, man. Don't jump out the window.
Not yet.
Just,
like Ron said, don't jump off the ledge, bro.
Yeah, exactly, Ron.
But listen, if y'all look at this right quick, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a little small to see, but just to give you an idea what we're talking about, Knicks right now 2-3, Celtics 3-4. Look at the Magic 3-4, Cleveland 3-3. We're not the only team that's supposed to be dominant losing. You know what I mean? You got the Hawks 3-3. They just lost Trae Young for a while. I think they go down.
Yeah.
Lose a little. Cleveland Cavaliers, they decimated too, so they still 3-3. Magic, they won 2 in a row, but they lost 3 in a row not too long ago, just like we did. Magic just lost 3 games in a row, and they finally won 2 in a row. Celtics just beat the 76ers the other night at the buzzer. Joel Embiid missed a shot, kind of far from out of range, but he missed it anyway. That's why the Sixers took that one loss. We win tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Then we hypothetically be right back up here. You know what I mean? It's just so early, man. I mean, we only played 5 games. A lot of other teams play 7 games, 6 games, 5, 6 games, 6 games. No, so we play tonight, we play tomorrow. Like I said, you win 2 games in a row, you're 4-3. Should you be back up here? You know, so I think it's, like I said, it's really early in the season. But like I said, we're not the only team that's expected to do something that's not really have hit their stride yet. And like I said, they will be. I mean, even over in the Western Conference, real quick. Thunder 7-0, Spurs 5-0, Wembyama and playing a hell of a basketball. That boy killing the game, man, right now.
He's a true unicorn.
but yeah, look at teams like look at the Timberwolves 3-3, Grizzlies 3-3. Them teams, Maverick. I guess when Kyrie get back there, get a little better there. But for the most part, you know, it's like Jay said, it's a lot of parity. So I mean, coming off the rip, everybody catching people on certain nights. But like I said, we lost 3 games just like some of the top teams in the West did. Warriors lost 3, Grizzlies 3, Timberwolves 3. So we still got a way to go. I'm not too concerned about the season whatsoever. Really not. It's too early for me to judge anybody's where they're going to wind up being at the end of the year, Shop Howard. But we just got to stick to our principle to get better at whatever we need to get better at. Mike Brown need to get better at what he do. The Knicks need to get better. They do as players, and I think we will. I just think that we got too much. How I want to say, a lot of character on this team, Shop Howard. We got high character dudes, man. Whether you like Mike Brown or not, the guy know how to coach NBA basketball. Whether you like Jalen Brunson or not, whether you like whatever or not. But these guys do what they do, though. Like Jalen Brunson, them do what they do. Carl Towns do what he do. These cats gonna go out there and put this shit together. And once they do put it together, it's gonna be a different story up in these chats and down these shows. Once the Knicks hit a winning streak, it's gonna be a whole different tune up in here. Once these cats start winning, you best believe that. And that's why I don't really even sweat the stuff too much because I think it's too early for me, Shop House.
Yeah, we ran in the hole about it on paper. So now let's see what happens when we're real life now. I think the Knicks come out with a different plan tonight. I think we see different coaches up here coaching the team with the defensive skills tonight. And I don't have no problem how they run the offense. This team does not have a problem running offense. It's the defensive skits that we got to watch out for. And let's see if we see a little bit more minutes from Mitchell Robinson tonight. To try to solidify what happens with the defense, because I think, like you said earlier, Devon, Mitchell Robinson started the game last game and only played 3 minutes or so. Now, I mean, let's see if we can get him to 6-7 minutes. I remember last year Mitch was talking about playing 7 minutes straight. Let's see if we can get him closer to making those spreads again. I think a little bit more help from him and just more consistency in the second unit, because we're seeing Deuce, we're seeing Shamuth, we're seeing Clarkson, we're seeing Yabo, we're seeing Honka Purdy. That there's throwing guys in there. We're seeing Tyler Kolick, we're seeing different guys in that second. All these guys in the second unit. Let's kind of condense that second unit a little bit. So now we have 3 or 4 guys that we can kind of rely on. So now we can mix a OG in there with the second unit, or we could implement a McHale in with the second unit, or Cat, or a Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? So however they can work this second unit out, we got to get a good group of guys that are always getting about 30 minutes now. 30 minutes. That's in my mind. That's what I'm thinking about. 30 minutes. 30 minutes from this guy. More consecutive minutes, because you'll see the guys' minutes are about the same, but let's get them to 30 minutes. Let's see what that is, because I don't think a couple of guys have played 30 minutes already. What I'm talking about, 35 minutes of a night for Jalen Brunson, all these guys. So yeah. So with that being said, let's see if we can get more guys getting more consecutive minutes and less of the ancillary players getting those minutes. If it's going to be Shamuth or Tyler Kolick or Yabo, Clarkson, whoever it's going to be, that's going to be that. But defense is the key. We don't have a problem with offense. Defense is the key.
But no, real quick, while you're here, tie that into the pros and cons and the key to a victory tonight. Then I go to Jay Chola.
Control the pace, hit your free throws, and knock down your 3-point shot at about tonight. I want 37%. I want them to shoot high. They shot 40%, 37%, but good 37%. And they don't have to shoot 52 for me tonight. They can easily do 38 at 50 at a 37-point clip. That'd be pretty decent for me. Let's get the assists up a little bit. I also think that defense is the key, man. Grabbing rebounds, what they've been doing, they don't have a problem with that. It's slowing people down. That north and south thing that I always mention. Let's get Mitch in here and see if we can divert these guys from going north and south. That's jetting right down the lane and make them go east and west. Make them shoot from the outside. That's where we're strong at. If we can stop these guys going down the middle and have them go into our wings, OG on this side and McHale on this side, that's where we're strong at. So let's see if we can get back to those things. With that being said, we ain't got much time. I think the Knicks are going to win tonight. I think this is going to be a more designed game around defense, not so much around offense. I got the Knicks winning 113 to 104 tonight. 113 to 104 tonight. Let's knock these guys from 122 point scoring to easy 104 scoring and solidify the defense.
Yeah, a Double D, they in the 10th place right now, but I think it'll probably move up. But Double D, they are in the 10th spot, if I'm not mistaken. Jay Children, pros and cons and keys to a victory tonight, man. You can give me a final prediction as well, then I get mine, and we get out of here.
Sure. The pros are it's 5 games. The pros are that we have two proven all-stars, 2 proven scorers. We have a clutch player of the year. We have a guy that finally found his place in New York in Mikal Bridges. He's playing very good basketball. OG is a solid player. I really think, all jokes aside, that because it's the first 5 games and with such a beaten down fandom as our fans, we're beaten down. It's been 50 years. We want to see something. We've been climbing that ladder and just missing for the last few years. So it hurts, and we get it. It hurts. We climb up the thing. Somebody gets hurt. Now we're going back down. Now, I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about in the past. Now, we're working on, I'm telling you right now, I believe that Brown is trying to figure out exactly who needs to play with who. And because he's doing that, and that Legoland thing I'm talking about, trying to fit who fits with who, you are going to come up against games like this where you're going to lose a game by 6 points, 10 points, 4 points. You're going to. We had 9, really quick, we had 9-game winning streak last year, and then we lost 3 in a row, and everybody was crying and screaming and kicking their feet. But they forgot about that 9-game winning streak. We'll be just fine. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's real talk. All right. So to end that, I'm gonna say that I think it's gonna be somewhere like 121 to I'm gonna go 121, 112. Knicks, of course.
Well, to play it well.
Yeah. Room 112. And they can pop some bottles after, but just everybody relax and chill and just enjoy the ride because it's gonna be a fun year. I know that I believe that.
Well, shout power to make it feel good like Tony, my brother.
Yeah.
Hey, D-Rock, that's a good score. Yeah, that D-Rock got 118, 102. I like that, D-Ross. Who else am I?
Yes, could be.
That's a good one. Let me say all this to say, man. I think the Knicks come out the gate tonight locked in.
Yep.
They know what happened to them the other night. Let's not get it twisted. They know what happened to them the other night. They know they didn't play their game the other night. I think the Knicks come out there tonight and lock in from the first quarter on defensively tonight because that offense wasn't a problem the other night. They scored 125 points. 4 of our main starters all scored 20 or more. They had it popping. That's why I don't have no problem with none of the stuff with like when I offer like Jordan Clark. They get it. They all watch with Jordan Clarkson get it going. They will get it going. They get it going. These kids did not lose their skills over the summer. They did not come over the summer and forgot how to play basketball. That's how I feel about it. These dudes gonna be fine. Mike Brown didn't lose his coaching skills over the summer. None of these dudes. They just got to get it. I think tonight, Shaw Powell. I think we crushed them on the rebounds tonight. I think our 3-point shooting will be good. We in our home court. We got the net. We got the lights. We know how to get down. I think we shut Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey always had good games in the Garden, though. For some reason, I don't know why we can't stop that boy. Every time Josh Giddey come in the Garden, he didn't have a triple-double. But tonight, let's see if we can get out there and let Elden can get on them and knock these cats down. Mitchell Robinson might start the game, but he might play the first 3 or 4 minutes. That's why I'm not concerned about Cat, because you know why? He might start with Mitch. Mitch go out, you bring Yabusele at Josh Hart in, then Cat can move to the center spot. He had a dominant year last year at the center spot. I don't think Mitch is the reason why Cat's not doing anything, because it's not like Mitch gonna take a minute to hold damn. Nah, Mitch go out there the first 3 or 4 minutes, then he go out, bring the small forward in, the power forward in, move Cat to the center spot, let Cat do a thing down there as well. So I think we're gonna be fine down there, child. I got the Knicks dominating tonight, man. I really do. I think our defense is better. I think our offense is gonna just do what they did the other day. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say New York Knicks 119. I think our defense is gonna hold them down to 119, 109, ladies and gentlemen. 10-point swing. I think our defense get back at it tonight. That was embarrassment for us the other night, and they know that. I can look at their facial expression and them cats was embarrassed in a sense. Like, yo, why we let this shit happen to us? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they can redeem themselves tonight and get back at it, man. And listen, it's a back-to-back, ladies and gentlemen. We be on tomorrow, 6:30. Game is at 7:30. Knicks Washington in MSG. Let's get it popping. For
hard hats tonight. Hard hats tonight.
Hard hats tonight. You see it.
Hard hats tonight.
Hard hats. Let's get it popping. Let's win
drip
this.
is popping.
Yeah, let's win it, man. I like it. Johnny Davis got 110, 118. Let's go get it, man. Mitch go here. Mitch had 11 rebounds the other night, ladies and gentlemen. Mitch going for a double-double tonight.
Let's get that. I'm with that 100%, Divine.
I seen Johnny Bryan working Mitch down in the post today, doing Mitch double-double tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's looking for the ball under the rim. If you watching Mitch,
I want him to have more minutes, man.
He needs more minutes,
man. He looked like he is. I'm telling you, I think as soon as he's like, yo, man, I think I twist my ankle. Sit down, Mitch. That's it. You have 10 days. You ain't gonna do nothing. Let me massage him, Mitch. It don't even hurt. That's all right. We're gonna just massage. I think that's
Yeah.
But you know what, real quick, we're going to get out of here. Did y'all notice in the second half of that game the other night, did you see Mitchell's energy in the second half?
That's what I mean.
In that second half of that game, he found his niche. That second half, that's why they came back and got back to 2 points. That defense locked in. Mitch started moving more frequently, snatching rebounds. He ended up 4 and 11. That's them some good numbers. You know what I mean? First game back for this first game of the season back, you snatched down 11 rebounds. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. First game back, he snatched down 11 rebounds and 4 points. Tonight, I think he go double-double tonight, Shao Powell and Jay Chosen. But listen, man, game about to start. Let's go, Knicks. We on our James Brown shit. It's the big payback. We got to get back. We want some revenge tonight. Let's get it. Peace. Y'all enjoy it. Tomorrow, man. We out.
You know it.
Subscribe for your man to them. Hit that like, subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Hit that like, subscribe for your man to them. Hit that like, subscribe for Knicks Real Talk.
Yeah, hit that like, subscribe for your boys, man. We in here, man. Knicks Real Talk, Divine, Shot Powell, Jay Chosen in the chat. Knicks in Chicago about to get that, man. We out, man. Peace.
You are now about to witness
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual fact. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who styled this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. On the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KLT drip club leading up the tip off. We flew by confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the bar too far for you to reach on. We got our teach on the show that's fire. Price Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, career popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. So picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding on orange blue sky. And Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters off the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and fast and fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks shit assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire!